Barack Obama called it a Christmas miracle from the Republicans. They couldn't believe that these clowns actually embedded Obama's entire education agenda into federal law.
You talked about Common Core. Where are we right now with Common Core? Is that still a big thing? I mean, that was like, all the talk a few years ago. Where is the system right now when it comes to Common Core? Is it still there? Is it called something else? I know they like to reword things so that it's not as scary and people are like, oh, it's gone.
Yeah, Common Core is still ubiquitous. It's taught in almost every government school in America, even in the states that said they rejected it, even in the states that said they got rid of it. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Common Core is absolutely ubiquitous. In fact, it's still mandated under federal statute. The so-called Every Student Succeeds Act, this was passed, incidentally, with help from a lot of Republicans. Barack Obama called it a Christmas miracle from the Republicans. They couldn't believe that these clowns actually embedded Obama's entire education agenda into federal law. But under ESSA, every state that is receiving federal funding must, right, it's not an option, it is a must, have standards that are, and I'm quoting from the text of the statute, college and career ready. Well, there's only one set of standards that is considered college and career ready, and that is Common Core or a minor variation on Common Core. So you had a lot of states that copied and pasted Common Core onto a new document. They added a couple of sentences here. They subtracted a couple things there. It's still 95% Common Core. And they said, this is the Indiana state standards, or these are the South Carolina excellent standards. It's all a fraud, folks. And Common Core is not just an American thing. This is a global phenomenon. I've actually got a lot of the ads that Bill Gates and the federal government and the different nonprofit organizations, the National Governors Association, the Council of Chief State School Officers, et cetera, they were putting out there. And they were bragging openly in their commercials for public consumption that this was going to align America's educational system with international standards. And so what's happening now is not just the federalization or the nationalization of education. What we're watching is the globalization of education. The UN put out something they call the World Core Curriculum some decades ago. They openly said it should be taught in every school on planet Earth. The guy who wrote those standards, Assistant Secretary General Robert Mueller, admitted in the foreword to the teacher's manual that they were based on the teachings of Alice Bailey, who incidentally was the founder of the Lucifer Publishing Company. And so it comes full circle. They're trying to take all of the schools in the world and force them to use these standards. It is, again, ubiquitous in every school system. Even charter schools use Common Core. I don't care what state you're in. I don't care what they've been rebranded. And the federal government knows these are going to dumb down your children. They commissioned a study from a group called CSAIL. It found significant negative effects in English and math. But yeah, they're everywhere. And the next generation science standards, same people behind that. These are now embedded into states all across the country. They're working on history standards. It's a disaster event.
Homeschool Insights is sponsored by CTC Math. If you're looking for a great online math program, visit ctcmath.com and try it for free. For more great homeschool inspiration and resources, listen to the Schoolhouse Rocked podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.